Hi, this is me. I'm a 21-year-old Austrian-Dutch ski jumper. Being an athlete isn't always easy. You're constantly dealing with pressure, setbacks, victories and non-stop ups and downs. On social media, you always see the good times, the victories and the achievements, but there's more to that. It's a journey and a process, with both the good and the bad times. A journey of glory and disappointment. It's a journey of victories and failures, and you always have to keep on going. I want to take you along on this exciting journey. So this is Keep Going. I am Sara Marita Kramer. I am 21 years old and I'm a Dutch girl because I am born in the Netherlands. I've lived there for 7 years and then I moved with my family to Austria. I can remember that in the 4th class of the school we had with the ski club such a competition just with alpine skis on the ski jumping hill in Saalfeld, and I was like, okay, let's try it, and I was pretty good at it and it was fun, and the adrenaline you are feeling during such a jump is, it's just something different, and I think that's what made me decide to change to the ski jumping club instead of skiing. When people ask me what do you want to become, I always said I want to be a ski jumper and I want to be the best. In the last class I can remember that I wanted to stop, and I can remember that Phil, the coach where I started with, he got the news, okay, Sara wants to stop, and he was like, okay, interesting. And I always was like, okay, if I go for it, I go for it with 1000%. And then he asked me, okay, let's try it one more summer and one more winter, and then after that you can decide. Because he asked me if there's still a little bit of a fire burning in my burning inside, and I was like, okay, yeah, something is still there, and I think it's too early to give it up. It was always my big dream, and we set some goals. Okay, let's start with top 15 in the World Cup, and that was our main goal, and then just go on from that point. And Lillehammer was the first World Cup and I was already in the top 10, and that was already like, okay, hard work pays off, it's fun and I'm enjoying the journey, and let's see where this is all going. And from that point on it just went so fast. Sapporo, I had my first World Cup victory. Yeah, basically out of nowhere. I mean, everybody knew that. I was in the top 10, but suddenly you're the last ski jumper on the top of the hill. From that point on, my career really started to explode. But I was not thinking about things that could stop me, and suddenly there came some setbacks, and that's the point where you really have to deal with keep on going. I went there as a favorite, and I was feeling really well. And then during the competition, during the first round, I had one of my best jumps ever, and I jumped really far, but through that I landed really bad. And already before the competition, I told during the interview, okay, if you land bad, there's the possibility that you lose a medal. And so was it. I landed bad, and in the second jump they changed the gate just before me. I was the last jumper, but additional to that I had a really bad jump and jumped too short and I got 4th. So that was really painful. That was so close to a medal and becoming world champion, and suddenly you're just watching the ceremony without taking medal home. From the point on where I decided to keep on going, I had this big goals like, okay, the world champs, overall World Cup winner, and then Olympic season and an Olympic medal. That's like, I think for every athlete, the biggest dream. I was like, okay, what could stop me from going to the Olympics? Like getting sick, injuries, stuff like that. So I tried to do things to prevent myself from getting those things. I said like, okay, I will go into quarantine 3 weeks before the Olympic Games because I really want to show there what I'm capable of, and I really want to fight for a medal. First of all, we had the World Cup before heading to Beijing. It was in Willingen. I can remember that in Willingen I started to feeling a little bit sick. Yeah, then we had to do a PCR test again, and it was positive. So that was, I think, my biggest setback throughout my career. It was pretty crazy. I could not believe it because I was in quarantine and I was preventing myself. Then I was sitting at home watching the Olympic Games on television. I mean, that's what makes sports so exciting, and this journey especially, but it's not always fun and takes a lot of energy. But when you get through those setbacks, that feeling is just the best feeling ever. Because of the setbacks, the victories were even better. The overall World Cup, that was in the Olympic season, where I had to stay at home. I was leading the World Cup before, and after that COVID thing, I was just telling myself, okay, keep on going, because you have that other big dream, your childhood dream, getting overall World Cup winner, and you're really close to it. Just keep on fighting, and yeah, I'm really proud of becoming World Cup overall winner that season, especially after that. And that victory just, I don't know, I cannot even describe how great that feeling was. It was really great. That's something I try to tell me all the time, and yeah, if I overcome a setback, I feel like, okay, I'm stronger and I've learned something throughout the setback, and I think that's really yeah, how I see it and how I try to live it.